All right. Captain Malik, Desert Wall Security.
Lieutenant Johnson, Desert Wall Security.
Yes, sir. We going to the range today. Ain't that what y'all little young dudes do?
Nah, nah,
What your little young dudes do?
it's a group of them.
They do this?
Nah.
Sheesh.
We've got the building surrounded.
Negative K, nothing further. Just see the cabby on the corner.
Yeah, bro. But now we're going to ride out to this range, try to capture some good footage, and figure it out. We ain't got too much. What'd you bring? What gun?
I only brought one. I got the same one.
Tell them.
The 40. Glock 22.
Glock
Gen
22
5.
40 cal?
Yeah, Gen 5.
Is that what you carry as a service pistol?
Yes. Yes.
How important do you think it is? Because the one thing that everybody says when they apply for security everywhere is what? What do they say they want to be?
Armed.
An armed guard.
Yeah.
How many of them you think actually make it to be armed?
It's very few. It's very few.
I say like
especially
1 out of 50.
when you get to that range, the range day, yeah, it shows. Because you got people showing up with 45 caliber. You got people showing up with revolvers. I've seen it, and they fail. But the people that show up with the 9s, they always pass. I showed up with a 40 and I still passed though.
I passed. I qualified twice or 3 times. I don't know. I think I've qualified 3 times. Each time was with 9mm. Even though I switch up what I carry when I'm actually on shift. Sometimes I carry the Glock 23 with the extended, so it's basically a 22, and the Glock 17, which is 9mm. But yeah, don't go out there with revolvers trying to pass those shooting classes. That reload is gonna mess you up. Because there's literally different instructors got different tasks.
Yeah.
And
At
some of
point,
them
you gonna
is
have to reload.
fire, reload, fire.
Exactly.
And if you reload a revolver, that's gonna take you a minute.
Unless you got that one thing.
The speed loader?
Yeah, but I've never
even so, okay, flip the wheel out, dump the shells, reload, flip the wheel back, cock, shoot. As opposed to release, clip, and then you're gone. Yeah. It just, I don't know. I don't think, I think revolvers are I think revolvers are a perfect backup weapon. Like, my backup was a 38. I had a 38 special right under here. Because you got more reliability. I've never heard of revolver jamming. But the fact of the matter is, when you do duty and you got to protect somebody's life, you want more than 6 shots.
Yeah.
Particularly with what you're coming up against.
Bottom line.
But I've seen dudes pass with 45 though. Like with a 1911.
Okay.
They had to bring a lot of magazines with them because you got a low magazine capacity. But I've seen people pass with a 1911. However, what it is most people want to be armed. Number one, what I look for, I don't know what Lieutenant Johnson here looks for in the interviews, but what I look for is I ask simple questions. My first question is always, do you carry? Because if you don't carry in your personal life, that doesn't mean you can't be an armed guard, but it's less likely that you have what it takes, like the knowledge and the just comfortability with carrying a firearm. So that's number one. And then if they say they don't carry, don't even have a firearm, I'm like, well, we're not going to give you one, so you're automatically out.
Some people think that's how it goes.
They think they issued it all, but not the police, man. It's the security. You know what I mean? When you get fired from the police department, they say, give me your gun and your badge. That's because you have a department-issued firearm, and that badge don't belong to you.
Yep.
But in security, you get fired, you go home, and you take your gun, and all of that. The second thing that I look for is, do you have body armor? Because if your job with that gun is not to get the extra $1 an hour or whatever you think you're going to make for being armed, it's to actually protect somebody's life. And you're more efficient in protecting somebody's life if you got plates protecting yours. But anyway, so how important is it to train?
It's very important.
Why?
It's very important. You just never know at any moment, at any time, and it's not quick. I mean, no, it's not long. Like
it's very quick.
It's very, very quick. Anytime, anything that can happen is less than a minute sometimes.
Yeah, the gunfire exchange is usually under 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's really quick. It doesn't take long at all.
Yeah. It's important to train, but it's also important to just have your facts together and know a little bit about guns before you start using them, especially about bullets. Because there's different types of bullets, FMJs, hollow points.
Yeah, security carrying full metal jackets is a little...
It's crazy.
It's bad.
It's horrible.
Like, I understand that shooting is not a cheap hobby. Let's start there. It's not cheap to shoot. However, I understand people's money get tight, but you want to invest in what you carry around with you for self-defense and on duty. You want to invest in self-defense ammunition. Yep. The reason being is because full metal jackets are cheap because they do nothing to them. It's just a ball. Boom. There's no precision cuts or anything like that. There's no inserts.
Yep.
It's just a big ball of metal. Problem with that is it goes straight through a lot more than a hollow point. So you might hit the person that is the threat, but you also might hit the person behind them that has nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? You don't want penetrating power when it comes to self-defense. Full metal jackets are for the gun range and the gun range only. Or maybe war. I'm not sure how they serve.
Yeah, for full metal, yeah.
Because that's where you got like the armor penetrating.
For sure.
Because you're shooting through tanks and buildings and...
You know what I'm showing the...
That's when there's no casualties. Everybody can get it. But yeah, you definitely want to train. You want to learn how to shoot. You want to be able to place that round in a certain grouping. But you also want to practice drawing and reholstering without looking. Because I see a lot of people, they shoot, then they look down. No, you know where your holster is. It's power. How fast can you go from holster to having a shot go off? Because all of that stuff matters. So there's not really the glory you think there is or the level of respect. Because I heard people say that too. They want the respect. The respect from who?
Oh, yeah.
Respect your security guard. You're not going to get much respect. You carry yourself with respect, you will earn it, but just because you have a vest on and a pistol at your waist,
handed it.
You're not gonna get respect just because of that. Uh-oh. Incoming call.
Desert Security, Lieutenant Johnson speaking. How can I help you? Yeah, we are hiring. If you go to our website, desertagency.com, we just apply there. We usually like to have you guys fill out an application on our website first. Okay. All right, and after you do it, just call back and let us know. All right, no problem.
We're pulling up the Ben Avery. One of my favorite things is when you pull up, you don't really see nothing. You drive all the way to the back and then you start hearing it. Poof, poof, doo, 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 doo. Because I've heard this. They're like, y'all don't get looked at when you go out there? Like, no. Everybody out here in the shooting range is more than happy. Sometimes it's annoying, to be honest. They more than happy to help. They're more than happy to give you tips. Even if you can't shoot, they're so happy that you are actually out here learning. This is probably, next to like YMCA basketball, this is probably the most welcoming thing I've ever done. It's in private range. I forget that every time I come here. There we go, you hear him? We got a lot of people shooting long range today. You see that one way out there, 200 yards. Ooh, what's that? An ammo truck? Oh, I'm definitely about to go check out what that's about.
Okay, nothing further. Just see the cabbie on the corner.